Hey guys, Buffin Gaming back bringing you another video, and today we're going to convert the FR556 into the FAMAS G2 Sniper variant. So what we're going to do is turn the base on FAMAS with the 556 into this rifle. So I'll go ahead and show you the transformation. We'll go ahead and get in game and check out the recoil patterns, and then we'll also see how it performs in game, whether or not it's a viable option. Also, we'll be announcing some more information for the giveaway, so stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So here we have our final design. So let's go ahead and strip it down to the base 556. So this is the French FAMAS assault rifle here, obviously. So first up for this build, we'll go over the two most important things. First important thing for the FAMAS F2, we're kind of going to go work backwards here. For the ammunition, we're going to do the 50 round Stenag mags or the 60 you could do. I'm going to do the 50 round. We don't really need 60 being that it is a 3-round burst weapon. So the G2 obviously was made, I believe, in service 1994, and it was made to be compatible with the NATO Stenag mags. So this conversion to the 50 round Stenag mags will give us that G2 look to it. Now, next up, we're going to go for a muzzle. I'm going to go ahead and do the monolithic suppressor. Now, since this is built as a sniper variant of the weapon, we want long range engagement, so that monolithic suppressor is going to help us with the sound suppression, but as well, we're going to keep that damage at range. Now the barrel, we're going to want a 24-inch sniper barrel. So this is a long barrel, increases muzzle velocity and extended range. So the pros here obviously being damage range, bullet velocity, as well as recoil control. The only cons being ADS speed and movement speed. Now since we're using this for a sniper or almost like a DMR variant of the weapon, we don't really care too much about ADS speed and movement speed. We accept that we're going to be going slow. So we'll go ahead and do the 24-inch sniper barrel. Next, we're going to skip out on the laser. And now for the optic, this is more so personal preference. I'm going to go ahead and do a variable zoom just for the purposes of we can get that hybrid zoom sight of the 3 to the 5.6, which I find is a pretty good range. You may be more interested in a thermal hybrid, or maybe even one of the integral sights so you can swap from maybe a 3.5 or a 4 zoom to a red dot sight on the candidate sight side. So we have like a 4 times flip or anything like that, depending on how you're really going to be using this. But for this video, we're using it more at longer range engagements. So we'll do that variable zoom scope. So this is obviously zoom level, as well as we can toggle the zoom level from a 3 to a 5.6. Now the stock, we're going to go ahead and do the Forge Tech ballast pack. So this is going to help us with the aiming stability. We have that weighted pack on the buttstock of the weapon, so it's going to help us with our aiming stability. The con being the aim walking movement speed, which again, we've accepted that being that this is more of a sniper variant of the FAMAS G2. So we'll go ahead and select that. So those are all 5 of our attachments. Now the underbarrel, you can see the standard version here has the bipod flipped up. So if you really wanted, you could do a bipod and it would just flip that down. Or you could do some sort of an underbarrel grip like an operator or even a ranger if you needed it. But I did find with the longer barrel and the monolithic suppressor, we're going to increase our damage at ranges like this. I found myself 2-bursting people at longer ranges, which you're still going to do with this build, but it's less common. So I think this is going to give you the best damage at range. So some of the other attachments are more so personal preference, but this is our FAMAS G2 Sniper variant, and you can see just right off the bat it looks really pretty. I wish we had more of a custom FAMAS scope with this, some of the big scopes the French use on the G2 for the Sniper variant, but nonetheless it looks really nice. And that is our FAMAS G2 Sniper. So you can see the cock and handle there underneath. It's very similar to the G36's. Mag release there on the bottom, ejection ports. So very nice looking rifle, FAMAS G2 Sniper variant. Let's go ahead now and get in game. We'll check out the recoil pattern on this, see how the burst looks, and then we'll see how it handles in game against bots. Okay, so now that we're in game with our FAMAS G2 Sniper variant, let's go ahead now and get to a wall, and we're just going to check out the burst pattern with this 3-round burst. Since it is a 3-round burst weapon, there's not really too much to look at because we're not going to get a ton of spread being that it is a burst weapon. But let's go ahead and try it out here. So I'm going to do my 5.6 zoom level here, and I'll just let it rip with a couple bursts and we'll see what the pattern looks like. So you can see there, the second and third shots are pretty close together. So let's just try one burst and see how it climbs. So there you see 1, 2. And the third one must have hit right in there too. So let's try it once more. 1, 2, 3. So it's going straight up. So now let's try to control this a little bit. And then if we switch to select fire to single fire, how does this look? So we'll hold our breath here. So you can see those are pretty on target, right? Regardless of the fact that even though it's single fire, we can still get shots on target pretty fast. Now let's try holding our breath with the 3-round burst on. Let's try this once more. So you can see you're still going to get a decent amount of climb. You may want to attach a muzzle brake or something like this, which would maybe just help reduce the muzzle climb for a 3-round burst weapon. But let's try it at a little bit longer range here against this wall. We'll try it once more time with holding our breath. So you can see still a decent climb. We may almost be better off using this in single fire. You can see these are all, even not controlling the recoil at all, we're right on target. And your rate of fire is actually still pretty fast. So that is our FAMAS G2 Sniper variant. Let's go ahead now, get in game. Let's play with the burst and the single fire spread and see what the difference is and what handles better in game. Okay, now that we're in game with our FAMAS G2 Sniper, let's go ahead and see how this handles. So I'll start with it on burst mode, and we're just going to try and let these guys come to us and see how it handles. But while we're doing that, some giveaway announcements here. The giveaway is going on currently, so it's going to be going on probably through the weekend. I'm going to be giving away 2 $30 gift cards to your console of choice. So all you need to do to enter is to be subscribed to the channel, and you also just need to comment on the H&K G36 video, the CTAR 21 video that we did, as well as also the, oh boy, I'm taking a lot of fire here. So also the LVOA-C video. So be subscribed to the channel, comment on the LVOA-C, comment on the CTAR 21, as well as the HK G36, which is the assault rifle video. So I'll put all that information down below. All you got to do is follow those instructions. That giveaway will be going on most likely all through the weekend for those videos. All you got to do, and then I'll be picking a winner most likely, hopefully Sunday or sometime early next week as well, once I can have a chance to add everything up and get it in a random generator and see who's going to win that. So comment on all 3 of those videos is only going to increase your chance, and also be sure to include what console or platform you're on, whether it's PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 4. Otherwise, I'll just be contacting you with that information regardless afterwards. So either's fine. Now, back to the weapon. Obviously, this is a FAMAS G2 Sniper that we're covering here. And you can see in the burst mode, it typically looks like a 1 burst kill, typical with what we see with the 5.56 or the FAMAS in-game so far. So with this particular build, making it the G2, it's compatible with the NATO 5.56 Stenag mags, which is why we have that 50-round Stenag mag on there to make it more resemble what a G2 would look like. So right there, you can see at range, as we cover with the recoil patterns, we know it's going to climb. So if we hit center mass, all 3 shots should hit our opponent, and that's going to give us that one burst kill. Now, I'm going to try it here in single shot in a minute, and we'll see how that goes. But, oh boy. So the G2, the FAMAS itself, it actually in real life is a fully automatic assault rifle known for its high rate of fire of 900 to 1,000 rounds per minute. Now, the G2 actually increased on that. It went from 1,000 rounds to 1,100 or 1,100 rounds per minute with the G2 variant, which was developed and put into service in 1994 over the F1. Or the F1 is a standard that we see in game, and then we have the G2. So you can see also if you were to use maybe an integral hybrid sight or something like that, where you could also make this very effective at close range, which is kind of what we should be doing. But since we want to be using this more as a sniper build or a DMR build, we're not going to do that. But that's also just a recommendation. I would personally want to use it like that, just because you're very limited with the 3-round burst and the fire rate on this weapon. So unfortunately, in game, we obviously don't have the ability to go fully automatic, for the reason that if it were fully automatic, you'd be looking at just a pray and spray weapon, similar to like the P90 in COD 4 or something like that. So I think it handles pretty well. Some stats in the FAMAS itself was put into service in 1978. So initially, it's a French battle rifle or assault rifle. Initially, the French were using a G3 and then an HK-33 rifle. Oh boy. And then they needed to adopt their own rifle, so they need to put in start a project for the French 5.56 rifle, which is why this rifle itself in Call of Duty Modern Warfare is named the 5.56 instead of the FAMAS. So the 5.56 project itself started in 1967, and development for the FAMAS took place from 1967 to 1971, with the FAMAS F1 going into service in 1978 through present. And then in 1994 was the development of the G2, which made several improvements to the weapon itself. The barrel itself was adjusted slightly, pistol grips, handguards, etc. So some minor changes, as well as it was made NATO compliable with the Stenag mags also. Oops. So actually, the FAMAS is being replaced as of 2017. It's scheduled to be replaced, and it's starting to roll out with the HK-416. So the Heckler & Koch 416, or the M416 as we know it here in America. So that's obviously a very viable assault rifle to replace the French assault rifle for the FAMAS. So I'm really curious if we're going to get a FAMAS in-game or not. Or, I'm sorry, a 416 in-game or not at some point, which I think would be really cool. Let's switch this over to single shot now and see how it handles on single fire. So the rate of fire on single is actually still very fast, as we saw. I think it handles pretty well. So let's just see what the damage looks like on single. Definitely probably not worth it. Your TTK is just too long to tap those shots off. But let's just give it a little bit more try here. Let me know down below what you think. This is actually our first FAMAS build. This being one of the many bullpup weapons actually in the game still. Which we've covered a few. We haven't covered anything with the FAMAS yet, because we are very limited. We really only have the base G1, or I'm sorry, the F1, the G2, and this particular sniper conversion is really about it. So I would also recommend carrying overkill with this, and having a secondary assault rifle, probably. Reloading. You probably want to aim a little bit better than that, though. So here's some guys. So there we see the single shot working out pretty well. So it actually does hit pretty heavy. It does remind me a lot of the VKS build that I did. If anyone saw that video, so that weapon hit really hard. This is still going to be, it looks like a 1, 2, 3. So a 2 to 3 round burst or tap fire kill with this one. So it does handle pretty well still, even on single fire. If you slap a bipod on this and maybe a sniper scope, you may be more viable at long range. So let me know what you guys think of this one down below. What other FAMAS builds do you think we can do in this game? There's that secondary coming in clutch for us. Uh-oh. That was close. So it's still about a 2 to 3 shot kill with this. Let me know down below what you guys think of this weapon. This, as I said, our first FAMAS build. We really don't have many options with the FAMAS. I was hoping they would give us some better conversions with this, or even the ability to go full auto, but I don't think that's going to happen in this game. So let me know what you think below. Also be sure to follow me over on Twitch. The link is down below in the description, as well as my Instagram and Facebook. Best place to get in touch with me are probably Instagram and Twitter as well, if you want to get a hold of me fast. So be sure to leave recommendations down below for future builds that you want to see converted. Any additional series that you want me to cover? I think we have some things planned coming down the road here too. So also be sure to like and subscribe. So subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like the content. Oh my god, I thought that was a friendly. Definitely helps out smaller channels like me, and we just hit 7,000 the other day. And I think the goal here is hopefully we can get to maybe 10,000 before the end of the year. I think would be really cool if we could do that. But really appreciate all the support, guys. I love interacting with you guys on the videos. So let me know what you guys think of this weapon. Also be sure to check out the giveaway instructions down below in the description. And this is the FAMAS G2 Sniper. Till next time, Buffner Gaming, out.